Right. So, hello, welcome to Rhoda 360. This space where we center honest conversations, lived experiences. We shape who we become today and in the future. Today's episode is one that speaks softly but then carries weight. By exploring something that many of us have felt, have lived, and or inherited, and that is generational trauma, especially as it shows up in the West African context, relationships, and women's bodies. This is, first of all, I want to say happy International Women's Day and Women's Weekend to everyone. Yeah. So this is not a conversation about blame. We're not here to blame anyone. It's about awareness, healing, and choice that we make today and to balance our future. And I'm honored to be joined by a woman whose life and work sit at the intersection of science, health, culture, business, and restoration. My guest today is Dr. Iyore, popularly known as Africa Mama. If you check it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, she's popular there. So she practiced as a clinical pharmacist in Nigeria before relocating to the United States of America. And today she dedicates her work to supporting women healing from the impact of narcissistic marriages, teaching them how to restore their bodies naturally and reclaim their sense of self. Dr. Iyore brings not just professional training, but lived wisdom. And I'm glad to have her here. Welcome to Rhoda 360, Africa Mama.
Indeed, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I'm so happy about what you're doing. This is interesting. It's nice. So more grease to your elbow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Something else I'd like the audience to know is that I trained as a pharmacy student and I interned under Dr. Iyore and other senior pharmacists over a decade ago. And she's someone I really, really, really admire and I respect.
Thank you so much.
Also, also Dr. Iyore hugely supported me when I nearly got married. All those tips and advice. When she saw my face, when I'm carrying all those things on my face, and she's like, "Why are you looking like this? Oh, they started with you, right?" And then she got, she really helped me. And even when I was pregnant with my first child, I remember all those pregnancy and delivery lectures. Most of, or even all of those lectures, I never had it from my home. I never had any woman in my life to tell me, okay, this is how pregnancy goes, or this is how to do it. And even a night or a day before I got married, and all those things aunties do for brides, nobody did it for me. So
they always say, no, but there's no manual of being an adult.
Exactly.
There's no manual. You just play it as you see. Take one day at a time.
Yeah. All right. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you so
much. Before we get deep, if West African trauma had a catchphrase for you, what do you think it would be? Is it be strong, calm down, don't talk back, or my personal favorite is, what would people say? So what do you think the catchphrase would be?
Be strong.
Be strong. Everybody wants a woman who is strong.
No, you got to be strong, because when this stress hits you, you lose your balance. You lose yourself. You lose your self-worth. You begin to, what's the word? You doubt yourself. You begin to, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if you're not strong, you will tip off. That's where the mental health comes in. If you are not strong, you just tip off. And then people will say, what's wrong with this lady? Strength is so key. Not to quit, but to look within yourself and find the strength.
Okay. When did you realize that phrase was not advice, but programming?
Well, so maybe, like, I should say I am programmed, like genetically.
Yes.
Because when I see myself and seeing the way I was turning out, despite all what I was going through,
Yes.
I think it was my genetic makeup. And also, when I was growing up, my dad used to teach us. We used to go to Bible study classes.
Yes. Okay.
So I learned how to go to Bible. I learned how to stand in front of a group of
Yeah.
Christians and
Yeah.
say a sermon.
Yes.
So I think that background really helped me when I started going through the crisis. So if I didn't have that background training,
Yes.
when those things started hitting, I'm not sure
Yes.
I would have made it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So I think that is the background really that really helped me.
So in your case, being strong was in a positive light because for some people, being strong would mean you have to endure anything and take anything. And even when you break, it's okay because or you shouldn't, or you're not even expected to break because you're an
No, I
African woman.
broke. I cried all the time,
Yes.
but I was able to get back up. Like I was able to like, hey, I cry, then I would go on. I'm always on social media, so
Yes.
I will see mindsets
Yes.
videos that are
Video.
speaking to me. Like there was this very popular one. He's late now. Oh, Joe, forgotten his name. So there are so many mindsets.
Yeah, online. Yeah.
Bob Proctor.
Okay. Okay.
Bob
Yeah. Okay.
Proctor. So
Wow.
there's a lot of mindset
Mm.
uh coaches on social
Which
media.
is online. Yeah, they
So
are.
when I break and I go on social media, listen to Bob Proctor. I listen to
Yeah.
this. I listen. So all those
Mm.
mindsets, it kept keeping me going, kept keeping me
Yes.
going, kept keeping me going. So that really helped. Helped.
Okay.
So
So
you must break. There's no way. You must break. You must break. You can never be a superstar. You must cry. You must break.
uh,
You must begin to question yourself. Uh-huh.
hmm. So when you hear the phrase like the unspoken language of intergenerational trauma, what does it mean to you personally, not as from your background as a pharmacist, just
No,
your own
all
personal
this,
take?
those that are intergenerational trauma, that's not a pharmaceutical term. Those are
Yes.
terms that when I started going through all the crisis I was going through,
Mm-hmm.
I began to learn, I began to learn all this on my own on social media.
Mm.
I started
Yes.
knowing about trauma,
Mm.
generational trauma,
Mm.
and how it leads to men or women now behaving in such a terrible way that they are no longer
Yes.
good or
Yes.
right for a
Yes.
relationship.
Yeah.
So these are not something they teach in schools. These are
Yeah.
things you learn on your own. You take a
Because
book.
I used to wonder if there's, aside psychology, aside clinical psychology, I used to wonder if there's a course or a program that they teach, at least they introduce something about this aspect of
No,
life. Because most of us never knew about it.
these are things that mindset coaches know.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
Bob Proctor I mentioned and so many before him.
Yeah.
So these are things that they on their own discovered.
Hmm.
And they are teaching it to others. These are not they are not taught in
No.
schools. They are not taught in schools.
So, as an African woman, how does your identity as a West African woman shape the way you understand trauma or silence or resilience?
Mm. West Africa does not teach us that. What I know now is what I learned when I came to the United States of America. When I got married in Nigeria and I was having real trouble,
Yeah.
I did not even know what I was going through. I thought it was my fault.
Yes. You even think it's normal. Most
It was
African.
my fault. So I was
Yeah.
looking for ways to make it work. It was when I came to
Yes.
the US and it was still not working. And it was even getting worse.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to leave. In fact, one of the things I know now, I didn't even know them until I left the toxic relationship.
Wow.
And I learned them from social media.
Media.
So those are that's where I learned 1 million things I know about toxic relationship. I learned from
Mm.
social media.
Did you ever go for therapy
No.
when you
Do
after you
Africans go
left?
for therapy?
Okay.
Well, therapy, let me mind the way I talk so that they will not come
Yeah.
after me. When I left the toxic relationship and I left and I said I had a case manager, she
Yeah.
said, "Do you want a therapist?" Africans don't do that. So apart from that, like I told you, I'm very religious. So I
Yes.
knew the solution to my
Yeah.
problem was not therapy. I need
Hmm.
spiritual. So I
Yes.
relied
Yeah.
on
In
God.
the spiritual
That's
aspect. Yeah.
what I did. So I did not go for therapy.
Okay. What do you think? Because as Africans, especially as women who come from Africa, people always see us as being quiet and silent people. Or sometimes we're even silent. Not to digress, but then I've seen women coming from Africa, well educated with high, big degrees, but then they go for small jobs, not just as starters, not as starter jobs. They stay there. They stay there because they feel they cannot come out of, the shell.
Oh,
They've silenced themselves.
are you saying that African women that leave and come to diaspora?
Yes.
Oh, African women
Yes.
that leave and come to diaspora, it's not that they just want to stay small. It takes a
Mm.
process. I worked as a clinical pharmacist, as a hospital pharmacist in Nigeria for 16 years. And I come to the US and I had to start life all over again.
Yes.
I couldn't practice as a pharmacist. I had to start as a
Yes.
pharmacy technician. Due to the chaos in my life at that time,
Yeah.
nothing worked.
We didn't
So
work.
I would have started as a pharmacy technician, then I started doing my exams, pass my exams, and then go for my internship, do all the more exams, and then finally get a job. So it's not that we are staying small, it's the society. There's so much to do before you can be seen as having the skills for the job title. So it's not
Yeah.
that we're just here and we don't know. It's a different ball game when it comes to job search, resume writing, job interview,
Yeah.
having the skills. It's a different ball game entirely here.
So
So
what do you
that's
think
challenge.
that people, okay, like, what do you think that people outside of our own cultures often misunderstand about us, about our silence, about the way we carry ourselves?
Oh, it's because of the culture. Africa is a land of culture and tradition. So Africans are taught to respect their husbands.
Yeah.
African women are taught to be quiet, to be humble. And also, not just the culture, the religion. As a Christian, you are taught to obey your husband, love your husband, be subject to your husband. So that's why we carry ourselves like that. Because that is how we are brought up in Africa.
Mm.
So even if you are suffering, even if the man is beating you up physically, emotionally, mentally,
Mm.
psychologically, you are taught to stay there.
Mm.
That is what Africa teaches an African woman. It's the culture, the tradition, and the religion.
Yeah. Culture, tradition, and religion. Okay. In most of our West African families, we know that trauma is often transmitted without words. So they'll look at you like that, you already understand. So how does that show up in our everyday life, from behavior to expectations to discipline? It's like that.
The good, the in the Western world, they're so different here. When they are traumatized, the way they exhibit it is no joke. But we
Okay.
Africans, I think whether it's our genetic makeup,
Yeah.
the only time you see a person exhibiting trauma is when they are married,
Yeah.
where they really begin to treat their partner like slave, and they
Mm.
just cannot have a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
That's the
Decent
only
conversation.
time the trauma. Otherwise, you really will not know because Africans have a way of covering up because
Yes.
we're so religious.
Yes.
We're so religious, so
Yeah.
it go better, keep
Yes.
going.
Mm.
So the trauma
Yeah.
does not really, it is only in a relationship. That's where the problem is.
Okay.
That's where the
So
generational trauma shows up.
yeah, shows up. Okay. So what like cultural practices were do you think were originally survival mechanisms, but now may be causing harm to people?
It's just our culture generally, like this culture of seeing women and children
Mm.
as the slave of the husband. The husband is here and the woman don't say anything. Whatever I say is authority. So now in this 2025,
Yeah. In 26.
2026, the generation of
Yes.
women now
Yeah.
is so different. Like they don't want no.
No,
Okay.
we can't take it.
So
Yeah.
times are changing, but these men still want to stick to this patriarchy. But but it's not working. It's
Do
not
you think it was some of our mothers, some of our parents actually stayed in such toxic relationships because they were trying to survive something from their own parents?
no. Our mothers, majority of them those days were stay at home mom.
Yeah.
They were not working, so no source of income. So even though the men were hostile, toxic, they had to stay because then those days we used to have 10 children, 20 children,
Yeah.
one woman.
Yeah.
So if you say, "Oh, this man is beating me, I'm leaving," how will you take care of your children? So they stay there. So that's what
Okay.
happened.
All right. So, based on your experience, professional experience, and others, how do you understand trauma living in the body, not just in the mind?
Trauma living in the body destroys your health from your head to your toe. It causes a lot of health challenges. That's what trauma does. So that's
Yeah.
why you see post-traumatic stress disorder. Most of that is mental. But then
Yes.
it's also destroyed cells of your body. So that trauma is hmm, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yes. I did a video this weekend where I talked about, I think, over 10 health issues that trauma,
Mhm.
narcissistic abuse, and trauma causes. And it went around this PTSD you talked about, brain fog, insomnia, depression,
Panic attack.
gut, yes, heart attack, yes,
No, panic.
constipation,
For no
panic,
reason. It's
anxiety.
just be panic.
Yes, yes. So it cuts across a lot of health issues. Okay. So how did your medical background and your pharmaceutical background help you reinterpret emotional or physical symptoms you saw in
Now,
women or in yourself?
now,
It didn't
my
help.
pharmacy did not do anything. It did not help. In fact, the truth is that what taught me what I know now
Yeah.
about how all this is I'm telling you about healing your
Yes.
body is because when I become a network marketer,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so I became a health enthusiast.
Yeah.
So I learned all the things I know now. Apart from
Uh-huh.
social media, I also learned from my network marketing company, the nutritional company that I partner with.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I did pharmacy did no. That one was just to
But
help me make money. That's it.
yeah. But did trauma ever influence the way you built or you led your online business?
There are sometimes I had to pause because I couldn't continue. I was stressed out. When you're about to make your video, you look dull, sad. Your energy is off. Your video will not even go viral.
Yeah.
So I had to pause. But now I'm thinking
Mm.
of coming back because I
Yes.
think I'm healed. I'm
You're
still healing.
healing.
I'm still healing,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I think I've healed to a point where I can now start go back again and start up my business. So trauma can stop you on right there, like halt you, and you just
Yeah.
stop. Can't do nothing.
Let's go back to relationships and cultural conditioning again. Many women stay in harmful marriages because of cultural expectations. How does intergenerational trauma condition women to tolerate this narcissistic behavior from
I don't even
their
think
partner?
it's trauma that makes them tolerate. I think it is the fact, fear. It's not even trauma. It's really fear. Fear of the unknown makes them stay. Fear, how will I take care of myself? Fear,
Yeah,
how will I take care of my children? Fear, what would the society say? Fear, what would the
yeah.
church say? Fear, what will my parents say? Would they support me?
Mm,
It's all those fear that makes women stay. It's not,
okay.
it takes courage for you to get up and leave a relationship. I don't think it's trauma. It's fear.
Okay. Like, have you ever had moments in your own career where you realized that you were operating from inherited survival mode rather than choice?
No, I don't think so. I think it's choice. I was operating from choice. It's either
A place of
I
choice.
do this or I don't do it. Because I didn't come from a toxic background.
Background. Yeah.
Did not. So I came from a very loving home.
Mm,
I didn't come from a trauma. I didn't experience this trauma.
yeah.
So it was very strange to me. I didn't understand why this person was behaving like this. It didn't make sense. So it's a matter of choice. Either I try and stay here and make it work, or I leave and
Yeah.
go put my life together. So I took the other choice and I left.
Okay. So before we go to the corporate life and business and other things, what signs do women normalize? Like signs that women normalize because they feel this is how it has always been, or this is how it's meant to be, especially
Yeah, like
religious women.
when your man is abusive, you normalize it because in Africa, when a man abuses a woman, it's normal.
Yeah.
So you stay there.
Yeah.
You normalize it. No, there's nothing wrong. Oh, every man does it. So his mind cannot be different.
So it can be all the signs, inclusive financial abuse,
All
physical
together,
abuse,
mental,
all together,
financial,
mentally.
mental, emotional, psychological, verbal. So you don't go, you just stay there because maybe you even saw it in your own father doing it with your mom,
Yeah.
which is generational now. So you say, "Ah, it's normal. It go better.
Better. Wow.
It go
So,
better."
looking at our own parents and grandparents now, how do stress responses show up in our health? Something maybe we inherited from them. How does it show up in our health, our relationships, and coping mechanisms
No, I
today?
don't. Stress is. I think when we talk about health now, it has to be genetic. I don't think the stress of your mother will affect the child.
Okay.
My stress affects me,
Mm.
but maybe if I'm so stressed out, I could mentally or psychologically,
Yeah.
because I'm stressed,
Mm.
pass it on to the child, but not genetically. So I become
Yeah.
abusive.
Yeah.
I could be physically abusive, mentally abusive, or verbally abusive.
Yeah.
So that's what stress does to the mom.
Mm.
It doesn't create health challenges for the child, unless, of course, when you physically abuse the child is in.
But then at that, and how are you able to recognize that? Okay, maybe when a child gets on your nerve, when you are really, really exhausted, and the child gets on your nerve, how are you able to like recognize that? Okay, I need to stop now so that I don't get abusive.
No, the thing is, if you're an abusive parent, you will not stop. If you are an abusive parent, you will not stop. You will just continue. But if you are a loving parent, on your own, it will just click that, hey, I'm doing too much. You know? So it's either you're abusive or you're not abusive. So I don't, stress should not be an excuse. for a mom
So
to be
abuse.
abusive. If you are stressed out, take a break. You're not supposed to put the stress on the child. What is the child? How is it the child's problem? What is the child's deal in this matter?
Yeah.
So an abusive parent is an abusive parent. In the Western world, you cannot tell a police officer,
Yeah.
maybe the child reported you. Then you tell
Yeah.
the police, oh, I'm so stressed. Really?
So in this case now with parenting, with children and living or exiting an abusive relationship, how do you now co-parent with this other person?
Jeez, don't even go there. Hmm. It is a terrible challenge.
Can you imagine?
Hmm. It's a terrible. I don't even. If you have children with a partner and you had a toxic relationship and then you separated,
Yeah.
it's just as toxic as when you were living together. It's the same thing.
Wow.
It's just as bad. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't even want to talk about it. It's bad.
Do you how do you look at being in communities that support African women in this case, especially in diaspora, African women in diaspora having
Oh,
issues like
that
this?
is
Yes.
interesting. So when I was going through my stress,
Yeah.
I just came to America. So I don't know what happens here. So I kept complaining. I don't understand what is going. People will tell me, go here, go
Mm,
there, go here. But in my mind, I say, this man brought me to America.
mm,
If I don't go, what will people say? So I kept enduring. Then it was getting worse and worse. So I now said,
mm.
no, I can't anymore. It's too much. Was when I now had to call, and there's a number. It's called Safe Horizon in
Yes.
America. That's the number I called. And then they said, okay, we can help you. And then that's how my life just changed. They have in America, at least the one I know, they have a huge community for women that are living in toxic relationship.
Are
And
these communities African led?
no, they are not non for
Okay.
profit. No, they are not African led. They are non for profit organizations in the US that help women, domestic violence survivors.
Yeah.
And these agencies, they are amazing. I must mention the two of them that really helped me. First Step. First Step
Yes.
is under Coalition for the Homeless.
Okay.
These are amazing not-for-profit organizations that help women, domestic violence survivors. Then Sanctuary for Families.
Yes.
Sanctuary for Families help both men and excuse me. Sanctuary for Family help both men and women that are domestic violence survivors. These are amazing. They are amazing communities. Amazing. So in America, there's a large the more than I cannot count thousands of not-for-profit organizations that help women like us. There are so many. And this is what is lacking in Nigeria. So that's why the women just have to continue to stay there because there's no
Yeah.
community, there's no help. In fact, it's seriously frowned out. It is seriously
Yes.
frowned at that.
And that behavior, yeah, that mentality of ego better in Nigeria still transfers to the diaspora Nigerians or the Africans, right?
That's why I stayed 10 years. It was
Yes, that's why we
wonderful.
don't have that community to help
Oh,
ourselves
exactly,
outside of the country.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
Wow.
not our culture to help women that have left their husband. And that's a
Yes.
taboo as far as Africa is concerned.
Okay, let's talk about Africa Mama. what is the story behind this brand?
African
What is the
Mama.
story?
So when I got to the United States of America, I realized that to work a job, I needed
Yeah.
to pay childcare.
Yeah.
Now, the minimum wage is $15 an hour. So you
Hmm.
work 40 hours, and that comes to like $500 a week. Now, childcare every day was $20.
Wow.
So that's $100 out of
Yes.
the 500 if you work 5 days. So in my mind, I said, seriously? So how much is now left? So, and I said, there must be a way to build a business from the comfort of your home in America.
Uh,
I know America now. There must be a way.
it must be able.
So I was just scrolling on Facebook, and then I saw how to build a business from home. I said it. In America, there must be a way.
Wow. Okay.
So, and now I already knew about the food supplement from Nigeria.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
knew their headquarters is in America, California.
Yeah.
So I looked for the customer service number on Google. I called the customer service, and then they sent me to a lady,
Mm.
Helen. So Helen, and I signed up under Helen, and that was 2018. That was right. That is how this African Mama started
Very started. Wow.
on social media, doing videos,
Yeah.
talking about telling people that your body can heal itself. All you need to do is
Yes.
feed it correctly with the right
Yeah.
nutrition. That was it.
Yeah. Because your focus on natural healing of the body is really interesting. So why is it so important for women coming out of toxic relationships?
Geez, when you are in a toxic relationship, you walk on eggshells every single day. So your cortisol level is very high. And what cortisol does is to destroy your health. It starts to
Yes.
destroy your body, the brain cells, the cells of the body. So the luck I had, because the network marketing business I was doing, I was a
Yeah.
health enthusiast. So I was
Oh.
using the
Okay.
product on myself.
Oh, yeah.
So the product was helping me. So even though I was going through stress every single day, because I was taking those nutrition, in fact, that brings me to that question you asked about how did I survive. It was not only the spiritual, having that background of being a Christian,
Yeah.
also feeding my body the right nutrition. So I was able to go through the toxicity for 10 years because I kept feeding my body this nutrition. So my body was always healing itself.
Yeah.
Just healing itself, healing itself. So I was surviving.
Wow.
Hmm. And I
So
still
what
take it
does
tomorrow.
yeah till tomorrow? Yeah,
Yeah,
you actually look good. You actually look very good. You know, I told you.
I still use those
Yeah.
supplements every
Yeah.
single
Wow.
day. Hmm.
Wow. 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 So what does true healing look like beyond the survival? Because you spiritually with the supplements and at least you survived over the last 10 years. So beyond surviving, what does true healing look like?
True healing is to let go and let God. So true healing is both spiritual, emotional, and nutrition. That's true healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a three-edged sword. So none is no, I would say spiritual is very important. But if you're only spiritual, you're not feeding your body, there's still a problem. So I could say category like spiritual,
Yeah.
emotional, nutrition.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
Okay.
is what I've been doing over the years.
Okay. Now, as a brand now, when women who are coming out of narcissistic abuse, when they get to you, what benefits should they be looking forward to?
Healing naturally, your
Okay.
brain cells that have been cooked with the stress.
Do you provide any form of counseling?
No, I just tell you how to feed your cells with nutrition so your body can heal itself. Your body will heal itself.
Yeah.
That's how God made it. He heals. If you
Yeah.
have a cut on your skin without
Yeah.
nothing,
It
it
heals.
heals. That's how God did it.
Yeah.
So feed the cells of your body correctly, and your body will
Yeah.
heal. So what I do
Yeah.
is just recommend nutritional supplements. Just
Mm.
take it, and you will see a
Okay.
difference in your body. It's from your brain cells to the toe, to the tip of your toe,
Mm.
your organ.
And this business has been able to sustain you.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
like I said, when I said trauma, I had to pause.
Yes.
So there was a lot going on. I had to pause. But right now, I know, like I said, that I'm still healing, but I know I've gotten to
Yeah.
the stage now where I need to go back and start again. So
Mm.
I'm going to go back again, and by God's grace, I know that by God's grace, it's going to be even more better and explosive. So that's my prayer,
Yeah.
and I believe that God is going to make it a reality.
Okay. Um, Now just away from the brand a bit, there are some people that, experience, maybe carry the pain, unhealed pain from parents, from grandparents from their own, like from their own lineage. Now, how do we currently honor our parents and ancestors without, you know, carrying their unhealed pain forward?
That is a very, you got to be able to know that, you got to be able to identify that even trauma is there. I told you, if as a pharmacist, I didn't even
No.
identify that it was the generational trauma that was making this person
Mm.
behave this way.
This way.
So if you do not, if you're not able to identify, you
Mm.
don't have the skills to identify,
Mm.
you basically will never know what's going on. So talk less of you not being able to do something about it. So knowledge is power.
Mm.
So if you are the type that is always looking to learn, you absorb
Yeah.
knowledge, you're able to
Yeah.
say, "Oh, I'm going through this. Oh, this I should listen more." You know?
Yes.
So then you'll be able to identify, then you'll be able to create a solution. So if this conversation we're having right now, somebody that is not well enlightened, like a typical
Yeah. Typical one.
Nigerian
Of
woman, will not understand what I'm talking about.
course.
So it has to take, you must be enlightened to be able to
Yeah.
follow this conversation we're having right now.
So now, there's just a lot. But then let's look at compassion and self-abandonment. How can we be compassionate in this situation? Maybe compassionate with people and yet not abandon ourselves.
Yeah, there's something, if you are a social worker, there's something they call emotional intelligence. So as a
Yes.
social worker, you're always talking to people that have problems.
Yeah.
So sometimes you now like carry the burden of other people on your head, and it now begins to weigh you down as a staff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so during the course, they teach you to be able to dissociate from the problems of your client, so you don't carry it along
Yeah.
with you. So it's a skill. You should be able to help people and at the same time be able to take care of yourself. You understand? So you won't be able to help people that have big challenges. But at the same time, you should be able to take care of yourself and not be burnt out. We call it being burnt out with other people's trouble or challenges. So it's a skill that you need to learn.
Not being burnt out and yet being compassionate
Yes,
for people.
yes.
Okay.
So somebody say, I just lost my job. I'm homeless. And then
Yeah.
goes to tell you all the story. You shouldn't be crying along
Mm.
with the person because it's going to burn you out. You must be
Yeah, that's true.
compassionate enough to help the person without having to cry for the person.
Yeah. Mm. So, moving forward, what are you intentionally choosing to pass forward to the next generation of women?
Oh, one is what I teach right now, narcissism, how to identify if your partner is a narcissist, so that you don't continue to blame yourself and think the marriage is not working because of you.
Okay, because of you. Yeah.
And then if you find out that, oh, I'm married to a narcissist and you're still scared to leave, you don't have the courage to leave,
Yeah.
you need to begin to pour into your body proper nutrition. Pour into your body proper nutrition so that your body will be able to heal itself while you're still in that crisis environment. While you're still in that toxic environment, begin to pour. Eat, feed yourselves with the correct nutrition so
Yeah.
that you are healing. Your nutrition is healing you. So when he's continuing with his drama, your cortisol level is not high. You are
It's not high. Yeah.
calm, no anxiety,
Mm.
no panic,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
because you are properly taking good care of your body and the cells of your. So that's what, because most women don't have the courage to leave. We just have to face that
Yeah,
reality.
that's the truth. That was going to be my next question, actually. As I was going to ask, what about women that do not have the courage to leave, at least not yet?
Most men,
What now happens to them?
98% of women do not have the courage.
Have the courage. Wow.
And what this toxic marriage is doing to the body of the cells of their body is destroying the cells of their body. They get sick.
Yeah.
That's why you hear some women that have been going through being in a toxic relationship for a long time. You just hear that, oh, the woman is dead.
Yeah. They pass on quickly. Yeah. A little slight, yeah, slight sickness and they are gone. Yeah.
And you say, but this woman wasn't sick.
Yeah.
She has
Yeah.
been sick. It's just that it's not showing on you said her body has been damaged from the
Yeah.
stress.
Wow.
So if you don't have the
Wow.
courage to live, take care of your body so that your body will be healing. The drama is still going on, the chaos is still going on, but you are healing. Your body is healing. You're taking care of your body, your head, your brain cells,
Yeah.
every part of your body, your kidney, your heart, your skin.
But let me take you back again. This narcissistic abuse and the whole context, how does it affect a woman's academic and professional growth, financial,
It
every aspect
destroys
of growth?
everything because you begin to second guess yourself. And like some of them that are verbally abusive will tell you you are nobody. Nobody will marry you. You are nothing. You are stupid. So it gets to a stage you begin to believe them. So when you start believing them and second guessing yourself, then that's where you now start having problems. You cannot read, you cannot study, you can't focus, you can't keep it.
What about, okay, what about situations where the man is an odogu, he's a big boy, he actually provides for the wife. Anytime you see the wife, she's on some designer clothes or,
Yeah, but
cars and everything.
there are different kinds of narcissism. There are different types, but she's still not happy. Even though she has all that wealth, she's still not
Yes.
happy. So there are different types. They have different types. So there are some narcissists that will give the woman money. The woman is dead inside the house, but you will see her shining. There are some that will not. Some narcissists will not give you a penny.
It can.
So there are different types.
So if a West African woman now is listening today and she feels guilty for choosing herself, what would you tell her?
Feel guilty for choosing herself.
Yes.
Now, why would she feel guilty for choosing herself? But of course, if she has children in the marriage, she has to make sure that she goes with the children. A typical African man, many of them are selfish. They think only about themselves. That is, if you're in a toxic relationship, okay, let me rephrase that before the men come after me. If you're in a
Yeah.
toxic relationship,
Mhm.
the man you are with is selfish. He only cares about himself. So if you decide to now care about yourself and your children, that's not selfish. Not. But most women, no, most African women, we see it as selfish. Like,
Yeah.
why should I take care of myself? I need to take care of
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, because we are trained to give. We are trained to take care of people.
Women, not just
Yeah.
African women. The way
Yes.
our hormone, the way the
Yes.
woman is wired, that's how God created us. We are soft beings. Like they say, give a woman a what they say, give a woman a ingredient, she makes a meal, something like that.
Yeah.
So the way we are created, the way we are wired is we groom
Yes.
Eve. That's but the men with their hormones,
Mm.
they are wired differently.
Yeah.
So when a woman sees that this man does not love her, he's not showing her love, instead of her
Mm.
to say, this man doesn't love me, let me start to take care of myself. No, she begins to shower him more love
Oh no.
to see whether the
To
man
get him to love her back. Yeah. Yeah, I know. A
will.
quick one. What is that word that still guides your healing today?
My healing,
Yes. That
my
one word.
is just my healing is just consistency.
Consistency.
I just keep going, like no going back. I'm free, freedom. So I'm just going to continuously do things that will make me that will continue my healing journey and
Yeah.
consistently stick to that.
While you're healing, do you think you will ever go into any form of romantic relationship?
I'm scared. I don't even think about it. Hmm. You know what I suffered? No, Jesus. I suffered.
My God.
I'm too scared. I don't even think about it. What I'm more bothered about now is money. I need to
Yeah.
be a billionaire so I can take care of myself, take care
Yes.
of my children, and then also
Children. Yeah.
give to God. That's
Yeah.
my I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
go away. I'm not
Yeah.
interested. I don't care. I'm scared. I don't want.
Okay. Okay.
I've had.
So
I've had. What I have experience will last me a lifetime.
anyway, it's good because at least you continue to lecture people like us and train us and make sure we don't lose it
Your mental
sometimes.
health is very important.
Yeah. So if you could leave our listeners with one sentence, what does healing intergenerational trauma mean to you today?
Like I said, you got to be able to identify that, oh, there's an intergenerational trauma so that you can be able to heal it. So you got
Yes.
to be able to self-identify because most of these narcissists cannot self-identify. And
Yeah.
that's why they keep changing women. The cycle just
Mm.
keeps repeating itself.
Yeah.
They've not been able to self-identify, which I told you is a skill. Before you can get a narcissist that has self-identified and is looking for a way to heal, it's very rare. They're not much. I've seen only one on Instagram.
But are there people that really okay? You said you've seen one on Instagram.
Yeah, one
Is there
person.
someone that will actually say that will actually agree
Yeah,
that
he
they
tell you he's a
themselves are
recovering
narcissists?
narcissist. If I see him again,
Mm.
I will send you his video. I see him a lot
Okay.
on Instagram.
Okay.
That's the only person
Okay.
I've seen. Majority of them do not believe that there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah.
don't believe that there's something wrong with you, how will you be able to create a solution? So that's why I
Exactly.
said the first thing is to self-identify.
Yeah.
If you don't self-identify, then we are just wasting our time trying to create a solution.
I know that time is far gone, but I need to drop this question quickly. How do we now deal with this situation in office places when we meet these people out there? You know, it's not easy at home. It's not easy at home, but then where our source of income, when we are building our career, and then we meet these people, then how do we now?
Most of the
Um,
narcissists are very nice outside.
and that's true.
They are only
Nice people.
they are only demonic in the house. But outside, they're nice. You will never believe what this guy does to his wife at home. So if you're having a problem in your place of work, it's not because he's a narcissist. Those are
Yeah.
sadists. Those are people that just
Yeah.
don't like you for no reason. So that's a different thing entirely. It's not because the person is a narcissist. Most narcissists are nice to outsiders, but inside the house they are demonic. So having problem with somebody, it's not really this generational.
The next.
No, no,
Mm,
that's a personal. Some people are just like that. They
mm.
just don't want you. They don't want to see you. Like maybe it's a racist.
Yeah.
There's some of them that even have the same skin color as you. They don't.
Yes.
So that is a different
Yeah.
body entirely. It's not necessarily generational trauma. I don't think so. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that is
Yeah.
that is something that has to do with the individual
Individual.
and their mindset.
Some people are still, but some people's mindsets are still stuck to the colonial,
Yeah,
thing.
so that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So he said that he's
Yeah.
a racist and does not want to deal with you because your color of
Yeah.
skin,
Yeah.
which is a different thing
Yeah.
entirely.
I've seen people with the color of my skin who wouldn't want to talk to me because I
I
mean,
have them in my office.
yeah,
So,
yes, yes. So, is there any other thing you want to tell our audience today?
well, what I want to say is when you're going through, if you're in a toxic relationship and you don't have the courage to leave, just try as much as you can to take care of the cells of your body. That is the key. Because if you're not taking care of the cells of your body and your body is being destroyed constantly, you're losing your health, you're in trouble. Like, you're really in trouble. So, feeding the cells of your body correctly while living in a toxic relationship is key. So after I'm talking about nutrition, then we'll talk about the spirituality and the
Yes.
emotions. So probably we need a counselor.
Yeah.
And then also, if you're spiritual, build your mindset. There's so many YouTube videos that will help you build your mind because you need to be strong. You need to be strong to be able to survive in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
To be strong. So don't
Thank you
think
so much.
don't think the problem is you or oh it's me. It's my fault. Oh no, don't even bother.
It's never your fault.
It's not. It has nothing to do with you at all.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ma.
Thank you.
This has been engaging, inspiring, educating, and everything. Yeah.
Hey, I had cold yesterday.
Yes.
I thought I would do this podcast. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh my. I'm glad you are here.
Where the devil is a liar. This podcast
is a liar. You had to come.
Then I'll get my water, I'll be drinking, and I'll be fine.
So if there were anybody interested in reaching you for the nutrition, could they come? Can we link your Instagram page to the description of this video?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Is there another page that we do not know of, like
Facebook,
TikTok,
or is it
Facebook?
Instagram you prefer?
Anyone.
I'm on TikTok.
Anyone they can.
I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. My name there is Your Body Can Heal Itself.
Your body can heal itself.
I created a profile. What am I saying?
All right, Pa. So, guys, this conversation reminds us that healing is not rebellion. If you notice, we did not come here to blame anyone. It's evolution. Choosing to heal does not mean we reject our culture. It means we refuse to let pain be its loudest inheritance. We refuse to inherit those pain and trauma. Thank you, Africa Mama, for your honesty, your wisdom, and your work. And to everyone listening, may you give yourself permission to question what you inherited, what you met, and the future that you've placed for yourself. And whatever you choose to carry forward to the next generation. This has been Rhoda 360. Until next time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.